Welcome into the DNVR Rockies Podcast, brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Now, new customers, when you sign up using promo code DNVR, you can place a $5 bet, any money line bet for the NBA playoffs, and when your team wins, boom, $150 in bonus bets instantly, thanks to code DNVR, and thanks to DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. I am Patrick Lyons.
I'm Susie Hunter. Patrick, happy NBA playoff season, because that's much happier than talking about the state of the Colorado Rockies right now.
Oh, they're 5-8. They probably should be 7-6. They had an opportunity to sweep this series.
They did. They were right there both times, and that's what makes it even worse than a total blowout, because they had it.
Yeah, we have to talk about the last 2 days. The loss on Tuesday, the loss here on Wednesday. Did you know today was Wednesday? I did kind of have a moment in the ride over here from the stadium of, okay, what day of the week is this? What day of the week of this is this?
I never know. I was thinking about this in the car. I'm like, I never know what day of the week it is. I just know who's coming up in the starting rotation. Like, that's it.
Well, we have to talk about that too. Germán Márquez finally on the IL. Who came up? Who's going to take his spot in the rotation? Daniel Bard and his anxiety issues. We got a chance to catch up with him the other day. And of course, we have a brand new game.
A brand new game called Batting Around.
Oh, excellent. So it's going to be 10 things.
It's 9 things.
But you said batting around.
I don't think, should we wait to debate this later? We're going to wait to debate this later. Yeah, because I know I'm right, and there are 2 sides to this argument.
And one is right, and then there's your side.
It's my side.
No, and then there's your side. But yeah, in the chat, is batting around 9 hitters? Or is it 10? There is serious debate about this.
There is serious debate.
And that's not the game that we're going to play.
That's not the game.
No, that's the game within the game.
We just can't do anything without Patrick overcomplicating it.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. Let's talk about the game at hand here.
Yes, the actual game.
7-4 loss when the Rockies were knotted up. 8th inning was that pivotal inning of play at first base. CJ Cron getting charged with the error, talking about after the game. It might not have been a true defensive physical error, more of a mental error for him. And that allowed Cardinals to get 2 runs there, another run in the 9th, and you have the second day in a row where the bullpen, despite the fact that I wrote a nice article about how good they've been this year, I jinxed it, despite the fact they've been bad.
Sorry to talk over you. That is the bullpen curse, though. When you start talking about the bullpen being better than you expected, that's when they fall apart. Every year, every damn year.
That's it. Yeah.
Never talk about the bullpen again.
If you ever cover a baseball team and you're a beat reporter and you've got the beat on, no pun intended, on a relief pitcher doing really well, you must write it immediately, even before the game starts, because it will invariably get messed up. That's usually the beat of a young reporter getting in. I felt like in 2018, I'm looking around the edges on the stories because I'm not as close with Cargo or Nolan or Trevor, any of those guys. But Harrison Musgrove, I can become maybe his pseudo best friend.
What a throwback.
He's throwing the ball really well. Let's go ahead and really get close to him and close to that situation. How'd you go from West Virginia to pitching some seriously important games in 2018 and making the postseason roster? That's what you have to do. And somehow here 5 years later, I haven't learned my lesson.
No. And you never will.
I never will. 22,000 in the ballpark for this game. Probably going into the series, I would have guessed the attendance would be in the mid 20,000s, but with the weather being so nice, you would have thought that would have kind of bumped up some things, and that really wasn't the case for this Cardinal series.
And I really did expect, I guess like when it's like the first nice week out, maybe people want to do other outdoor activities, but like this was perfect baseball weather.
It was.
This was perfect. What better place to have some cold, crisp Coors Lights than at Coors Field?
There you go. First pitch temperature both days, today and Tuesday, was 82 degrees. Susie, that was just the second and third time in franchise history the Rockies had a first pitch temperature over 80 degrees in an April home game. The only other time was 2007 when they went to the World Series. Therefore,
we're going to be disappointed if that's your mindset going into this.
Therefore, climate change is a real problem.
Climate change is a real thing.
Kale, what is your thought about that as a Colorado native? Only the second and third time we've had temperatures at 80 degrees or higher on first pitch. 82 degrees for both games. And Tuesday was a night game, so that was, talking 6:41 first pitch. Today, 1:11. But over 80 degrees. It had only ever happened April 29th. So the end of the month, we're still kind of early.
Well,
we're at the middle, but early part.
Before Kale gets in there, I'm like, we're still going to get a snow, so it's weird. But yeah, Kale, what are your thoughts?
RIP ski season. That's my thoughts.
Oh, yeah, that's where Kale's head is at, always.
Has it been really warm in the mountains as well?
Yeah, they had a bunch of snow at the beginning of the month, and then it's basically just been everything is melting.
Man.
Oh, Kale, I'm so sorry for your loss.
It's okay. I've been busy with house stuff.
There you go.
Yeah, because Kale's getting a house.
That's good news. That's it. Clap, clap, clap. Cue the gif of the Wicked Witch of the West melting, because really that's what it's about. José Ureña fared well in the heat. He couldn't necessarily have done worse with his 14.4 ERA. But 5 innings pitched. In fact, he's our DraftKings Sportsbook king of the game. Not a huge pitching line in general, but 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Still an improvement. Close, almost a Coors Field quality start. 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, including a big spot in the 5th. Asked him about it, how important that was for giving him some momentum. 2 runners on base. Strikes out Paul Goldschmidt his 3rd time around.
That was spicy.
Huge.
That was spicy. Is it just me, or does Urena do better in day games?
Could be.
Do you have the numbers on that?
I do not. Not
off the top of my head. Okay.
No. Some guys do play better, and even still, sometimes it can be a small sample size. We're like, 12 starts seems like it's a lot, but also, it's not a ton in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah,
so
that's fair. Or maybe he does better in hot weather.
That's it.
Because, it's pretty chilly at the start of the season.
It's from the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Maybe his little water fountain the fountain, that is his nickname now. Jerkson Profar, he fired up the fountains.
Yes.
Leadoff home run. Off the bat, I thought it was a homer. The reaction from the crowd was really interesting because it just went up, and then it just kind of stayed up and then came down. I don't know, it might have been in the 5th row of the right field on top of the auxiliary scoreboard. But you watch enough games, you know what a home run looks like, even a weird one like that. The crowd was like, whoa, oh. And then it went out. It totally surprised them. It had just a weird trajectory.
It was kind of a weird home run, but it was really exciting. That was the first pitch that the Rockies saw today, right?
Yeah, it was and it was also the 5th Rocky all time to hit a leadoff homer on the first pitch he saw. Like you said, that's pretty neat. First since Connor Joe in Philadelphia last April.
Wow.
So, well, we're
going to see Connor Joe pretty soon.
We are next week. We've got another Joe to talk about.
We have another Joe.
We have another Joe that is no Kojo, but he's close to that.
But you know what? He's still a good dude.
We'll get
Maybe he's got a chance to be a fan favorite.
I think so. He's very quotable. Charlie Blackmon extended his season-long hit streak, season-long best hitting streak to 5 games, 5th multi-hit effort of 2023, 2 for 3, double, 1 walk. He's batting .400 over this streak with a double homer, 3 RBI. Really seems like banning the shift has helped him out in a really major way. It's almost really turned back the clock a couple years. And I don't know if we'll end up seeing 20 home runs from Charlie. Maybe 20. Maybe he'll get there. I don't know about 25, 30. But, hey, just slap those base hits to right field that have been hits for over 100 years. They're finally hits again, and Charlie's really enjoying that in a major way. You know what?
Yeah, I love that this is benefiting him. He's been looking good.
Yeah, Elias Diaz with a homer as well. Had a pinch hit. Pitch hit single today. Home run yesterday. In fact, the home run from Profar was the 14th homer in 13 games, which doesn't seem like much, but the Rockies at this point last year were really struggling to hit home runs. They're over 1 a game in general. Last year, they were really struggling at this point. It seemed like who's going to hit home runs, and they spread it around really well. Still haven't seen it from Kris Bryant. Are you concerned? Is this now really becoming a thing about his homerless streak in general, but now maybe more specifically at Coors Field?
Well, the crazy thing is, if you can't homer at Coors Field, where can you homer? The air is literally built for it. So I am surprised, especially because so many dudes who are so new to the Rockies have already gotten those homers in. It's pretty shocking to me. I wonder why. I wonder if there's a reason. I wonder if he's in his head everyone keeps asking me why I haven't hit a home run at Coors Field yet. Is it our fault? Did we do this? Are we the villain?
I don't know.
Are we the architects of our own misery?
That would be wild. Maybe I'm wondering if he's really trying to get his ducks in a row and he's really looking forward to that new expansion club in Las Vegas. Or maybe, just maybe, he's trying to get in on an ownership group. I don't want to steal anything if that's coming up later today. Should we talk about that for a second?
No, we can talk about it.
Okay, yeah, Salt Lake City. I didn't see that. You pointed that out.
Salt Lake City wants an MLB team.
Ooh.
They want an expansion team. Interesting. Very interesting.
Well, they could still call them the Salt Lake Bees and, just acquire Kris Bryant, who's a bee. Last name, don't take that out of context. And just other guys with B as their last name. Like the Houston Astros had the Killer Bees. They could do something like that.
Yeah, sure.
Salt Lake Athletics does have a ring to it.
It does say they want an expansion team, but I did put the question out there like, what if the Rockies went to Salt Lake City and we're the Salt Lake City Rockies?
Oof.
Would you still stand them?
That we'll have to get into a whole thing about that for another episode, because that is an interesting wrinkle to think that there's a player in this region that could make a move. I mean, really, any owner or anyone with $1 billion that wants to buy a franchise, probably even more than this than that at some point at this point, could buy the Rockies and move them wherever they want. So it doesn't have to be nearby, but is that something worth investigating a little bit more?
Yeah.
And would something like that happen? You have to convince Dick Monfort to sell the team first and foremost.
He would never.
More than anything else.
He doesn't even make a trade. He's not going to sell the team.
Sure.
Would the MLB even allow that and exacerbate their altitude problem that has been plaguing the league for now 30 years?
I don't know that the altitude problem is a problem. Financially, it's been great for MLB.
Well, you know what?
It's an annoyance to the team that plays here, and the teams have to come in for a 3 or 4 game series, but otherwise, it's not really a problem.
My counterpoint to Kale, would it be less of a problem if there are other teams at altitude?
Great point. Could be.
Something to think about.
I don't think Salt Lake is considered like the Denver market, because, there are certain regions where, hey, you can't build so close. Like when the Washington Nationals moved from Montreal, it's like, hey, this is kind of our territory here, according to the Baltimore Orioles. And they're still kind of working out a bunch of different things with that. So I think Salt Lake is still far enough away, but there could be some ramifications.
My grandparents live in Salt Lake, and everyone there is Rockies fans.
Yeah.
Huh.
They're all Rockies fans.
You know what? I love that for them.
Could a team in Salt Lake force the Rockies to do business a little differently, because
they wouldn't have the built-in audience of the entire Rocky Mountain region.
Yes,
that would be really interesting. And also the Salt Lake City area, it's not like huge, but it's growing really rapidly.
It's growing. That's it. Let's talk about Jordan Walker's hit streak. That's growing. It's now 12 games. Got one in his final at bat. It looked like that wasn't going to be the case. I think he had an at bat in the 7th inning, and it was like, it's probably not going to happen. That could be his last shot. Cardinals ended up getting a few more runs there late. And the visiting Cardinals fans, rightfully so, but from the Rockies' perspective, very annoying. Standing ovation by the opposing team's fans for Jordan Walker at Coors Field in our building. Ooh, that was rough.
We have a great comment from Logan about this 12-game hitting streak. That is a great way to start your MLB career.
Wow.
Even if you hate the Cardinals, good for him. That's really cool. But I hate it for us.
Sure.
And it's painful. Honestly, like, those Cardinals fans caused me so much pain this homestand, because it did not feel like a Rockies homestand. There was so much red in those stands.
And when they sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," you want to hear root for the Rockies, not some kind of amalgamation of Cardinals and Rockies, because Cardinals fans are quite loud. So we don't have to worry about the Cardinals for a while until August, so he can continue his hit streak in peace, and that'll be good.
Go for it. You have a blast, Jordan Walker. Congratulations.
Before the game on Monday, though, I did go down to watch him take a little BP. Looked good, gigantic dude. Not as big as Tyler O'Neill, whose father was a former Mr. Canada bodybuilder. But still, tall in stature. And then, was going to leave, and a bunch of kids behind home plate. Hey, Jordan, can you sign? Boom, signed. All right, grabbed his bat, goes to walk off. A few more kids asked to sign. He signed for them. So that's pretty neat. So Jordan Walker, good for him. But bullpen blows it. Arenado, bases clearing double on on Tuesday night. That was the one he hit a homer here to tie Carlos Gonzalez for 139 home runs at Coors Field, third most in Coors Field history. Of course, Larry Walker, Todd Helton are 1 and 2, but Nolan came back after that 0-for-4 performance on Monday night.
Yeah, he definitely did. He got whatever he was feeling out of his system. It does hurt me to see Nolan Arenado. We got to specify now because we've got more Nolans in the house. It does hurt me to see Arenado, getting up there in the rankings of different Coors Field records, even though he no longer plays here.
Sure.
He doesn't even go here.
Yeah, he's still got a few more years of doing that. It's only one series, but it's enough because he's already accumulated so much in his 8 years with the Rockies. But we don't have to worry about that vibe of the opposing team's fans celebrating here at the DNVR bar on the corner of York and Colfax. Some have told me it's that. I thought the bar was on Colfax and York.
It's definitely Colfax and York. York and Colfax is incorrect.
Yeah, is it just Vogt that's going York and Colfax?
Oh, you know what? He's such a pain in the ass.
I think he's the one that's been talking about that. But regardless of which corner you go on, it's the same one. But which way you phrase it, you're getting 15% off your tab, food and drink, the Breck Brews, 15% off. Seriously, if you're a diehard, it's fantastic. Access to the Diehards Only Discord. We're having some great conversations. Of course, you get 20% off DNVR Locker, all of our tailgates, and travel and the buses that we've got going on, the takeovers. They're 20% off. You can buy those tickets over at dnvrlocker.com. I still think there's a few left. We're going to be in section 115 on April 29th against the Diamondbacks. $15 concession voucher. You get a free shirt with that. You also get a free shirt when you sign up to become a diehard. You get one each and every year. So we're just throwing it at you guys.
Yeah.
We are throwing it at all y'all that are diehards. It's wonderful.
Yeah, you have the potential this month, if you become a diehard and go to the Rockies Takeover, to get 2 free shirts.
Damn.
That's so many shirts.
That's
in
great.
this economy?
Wow.
How do we do it?
It's t-shirt weather. We're getting there. After one of the gloomiest winters in Colorado history.
It's all of a sudden summer.
It's DNVR t-shirt weather.
DNVR t-shirt season. Let's go.
Vlatko Kankar. By the way, he was at the game today. Your boy, Kale. Your boy.
He was at the Rockies game?
Yeah.
Chalky? Vladko Chanchar? Chalky?
Chanchar, yes.
Yeah.
Flachacho Chanchar.
I did not see him at the game.
He was there.
Oh my gosh. What
He was
was he wearing a DNVR shirt?
No, I don't think so.
He was wearing one on his birthday the other day.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
He wore a DNVR shirt for his birthday.
Yeah, the news isn't that Vlatko was at the game. It was that he wasn't wearing a DNVR shirt. It's like, oh, he actually bought some other shirts.
I think he has a lot of shirts. I'm glad they fit him. I'm glad we have shirts that fit him because he's so enormous.
Oh, yeah.
He's so tall.
It was actually hilarious when he was in here. And
He doesn't even fit in here.
Yeah, he was like he was like in studio, and we gave him shirts, and he kept being like, "Do you want this one?" And he kept just saying yes. So he just walked out of here with like a stack of shirts.
Yeah, Kristen in the comments loves the Mountain's Majesty as the favorite new DNVR Rockies shirt. Yeah, Vlatko and even Calvin Booth. I got a chance to see him one of the days this week. What was that? Monday.
Oh my
where he
God.
comes in.
That was
super
upsetting.
tall.
That was upsetting because Adam was sitting next to him, and Adam is so tall.
Yeah.
But Adam looked tiny next to him. Adam is like 6'5".
Yeah. Yeah, Calvin had to be careful. He didn't hit his head on any of the sprinklers, and there's a lot of injury hazards if for a person that big. But look, if you've been injured on a sprinkler head or at work, you gotta make sure you call Backus and Shanker.
Backus and Shanker.
222-2222. All Dazas or all Tulos if you want to go throwback. Give them a call because they can assist you if you've been hurt or injured at work. Best part is not the fact that they've just the fact that they've won $1 billion for their clients, but they work for free. In fact, you can call them up, free consultation. They can even work on your case for free until you win. They don't get paid until you win, and you're going to win because they've got all of Colorado covered. Denver, Aurora, Inglewood, and Fort Collins is where their office is at. They've got 30 lawyers, 100 folks on staff. They're going to win your case. That's why you got to give them a call at all Tulos, 222-2222, whether it's a car accident, motorcycle accident, ride share, pedestrian's truck, or you're 7-foot-tall former NBA star and you busted your head on a sprinkler. You know what? 222-2222.
Backus and Shanker.
And tell them Vlaco Chanchkar sent you. I'm not doing a good job. I'm clearly not a basketball guy. I'm a baseball guy, and I'm kind of a golf guy. Like pins and aces
Yes.
is what. And even if I'm not out at the range getting my holes in oneses, like Mr. RK, Ryan Koenigsberg did, which was fantastic, making sure you check out some Big Drive Energy that I enjoyed there. Celebratory hole-in-one on the driving range. But I at least like to look like I'm rocking the pins and aces. We've got some gear coming our way. I'm pretty much going to look exactly like this with a little bit more pep in my step, a little bit more pizzazz, because Pins and Aces got some amazing colorful hats. They come in all like the different colorways for the Denver teams. They've got some amazing polos, amazing button-up shirts. They got outfits for men, women. They got the liquor stick, so you can hide your liquor in your little putter. They've also have the beer sleeve or seltzer sleeve, so you can have a bunch of those in your bag, 6 to 7, before you get overcharged a little bit at the 19th hole. You can drink for free in your bag, all thanks to Pins and Aces. And when you use promo code DNVR, you're going to save 15% off on that first purchase, and you're going to get free shipping from that Colorado company you know and love, we know and love, pinsandaces.com.
That's pretty sick. The shirt that I'm eyeing up on pinsandaces.com right now says something about a built-in sunglasses holder, and I'm so excited to see what that's all about. So excited.
So it's not just the
you know
pocket?
how I was listening. As we know from our other ad reads, I'm losing sunglasses a lot.
Susie, I know you like technicalities, but if you lose that shirt and your glasses happen to be in it, you still lost your sunglasses.
Yeah.
You can't write that off with an asterisk. I'm sorry, that will still go down in Baseball Reference as a lost pair of sunglasses.
Wow, my stats are not looking good right now.
Kyle Freeland lost the opportunity to win on Tuesday night. Pitched great, 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. He'd give up 2 solo home runs, but he was in line there. Could have had his 3rd win. Bullpen let him down. We told you that Miles Michaelis was going to be really bad at Coors. He was. Rockies had a 5-run 5th. Looked great with back-to-back jacks from Rymack and Kroniak. Crone.
Yes, back to back.
Jacks. From Rymack.
And Crone.
And Crone.
That was awesome. That was such an electric
That was
inning.
fun.
That was such a fun 5th inning. I didn't think we could ever come down from that.
Yeah.
And then what happened, Patrick?
Well, I don't want to talk about that. But I want to talk about they had a new CJ Crone graphic.
Yeah.
It's corn.
It's corn.
There you go.
A big lump with knobs. It has the juice. It has the juice.
That's it.
I was wanting Kale to sing along with me.
That's it.
Kale won't sing on our podcast, and it's a damn travesty.
I don't sing on podcasts.
You should fix that rule.
Let's
I only
change
sing
that.
in karaoke.
All right. Can we go to the satire after this?
Bring your tripod. Bring your tripod so we can catch him singing a baseball song. Yeah, 2 hits, 3 RBI from Ryan McMahon. That was great. Did have the error, which ended up being very costly on Tuesday night. They lose that game. But Crone's homer, 479 feet, 2nd longest in 2023, only to Giancarlo Stanton. So,
To the Crone course.
ooh, yes, he hit one onto
We
the
love
Crone
a
course.
Crone course shot.
We do. That was beautiful.
But again, though, but back to, those errors that, kind of took away that lead that we had. Rymack giveth and Rymack taketh away.
Yeah, that was disappointing. Coors Field tried to give to the Rockies in the form of the Cardinals defense. I know Tuesday night, Brendan Donovan made a really nice play. Nolan said, man, left field is really hard. Kris Bryant said it's like a graveyard out there. Some players' careers have died. But the play that Brendan Donovan made, the utility Gold Glove Award winner last year, reminded Nolan of Cargo and Gerardo Parra. That was a cool shout out he gave to those guys. And talking about Jordan Walker in the post game on Tuesday, saying, I can't believe this 20-year-old, is doing these things. When I was 20, I was in high A. I was getting into trouble. And I wasn't as good and as polished and as mature as a Jordan Walker. He said, shoot, I can't remember a guy having this much impact immediately, being so young in the game since, Trevor Story. So that was nice that Nolan is kind of reminiscing and talking about those things in a way that I don't think is going to get people upset. It's going to make people feel good and say, yeah, those were good times. That was nice.
Those were good times. What happened to those good times? Why couldn't we keep those good times going?
Yeah. Well,
Would have, could have, should have.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm so full of regret every day. It
It's true.
consumes me.
Hopefully you're not full of anxiety, because that is something that's been, talk of the clubhouse a little bit, with Daniel Bard being on the IL for anxiety and working on those things. Earlier this week, Austin Meadows of the Detroit Tigers went on the IL for some anxiety issues he did at the end of last season. I vaguely remember that, and kind of, got swept under the rug. It was late in the year, a lot of other things going on. But, we asked, actually it was Kevin Henry asked the question about anxiety and how it's treated and handled in professional sports, and just basically said that in his experience, that hopefully if it can impact one person out there to kind of speak up about their struggles, like that can be really important. And it's similar. It's not the same. It's not the same as injuring your body, but when your body is injured, you say, hey, I hope you feel better. You wait, you get help, you do what you can to try to get your body in a better place to perform. And the same thing can happen for your mind. And unfortunately, that's been the case for Daniel Bard, who might not have come to, camp maybe in the same place that Kyle Freeland was. You saw the success that Kyle Freeland had. He was ready to go for the World Baseball Classic. Daniel Bard, kind of said, he felt a little bit off going into those World Baseball Classic games. You saw it in his performance, and it kind of got to unravel. We don't have the details as to exactly what he means by it just not being there when he reported to Team USA's camp. But, he's talking about that anxiety and how much the team and the staff and, the coaches have been supporting him. And that's been probably the biggest thing. And still being able to feel comfortable enough to talk about that.
I love that Daniel Bard has been so open about this journey that he is on right now with his mental health, because, especially baseball. Baseball is so mental. How can you go out there if mentally you're not 100%, if you're not healthy? I always say mental health is health. I think they are the same. So I'm glad that he's addressing it. He's tackling it head on. He's not pretending that it's not a struggle. And he's, Daniel Bard, our wellness king.
That's it.
He's our wellness king of the game.
He's still leading. Like, that's a big thing. In the chat, we got a comment. It's awesome. It's being taken seriously. And we're giving guys a chance to better themselves and make an impact on thoughts towards mental health as a whole. And it's absolutely true. So, the entire bullpen is still looking at Daniel Bard as a leader for like you said, for those mental health reasons, for doing those things, like how valuable that is. I asked Pierce Johnson, Pierce, all right, you're closing games here. When you signed in the offseason, he was quick to say, I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy. It's not closer by committee exactly, but I'm not the guy. It's Bard's job. And Bard's saying, no, dude, it is your job. When I come back, I'm going to have to earn my spot.
Yes.
So it's kind of interesting how it's going back and forth. I did write about this. It is available, unlocked at the DNVR.com. That was part of the jinx. But you can read some of those quotes about those guys going back and forth. And the fact that Bard and Pierce Johnson, this isn't the first time they've linked up. 2015.
Yeah.
They were both rehabbed with the Chicago Cubs. So, again, it's just great that the bullpen has been supporting Daniel Bard by pitching really well and not making Bardo feel like, crap, I need to hurry up. They need my help.
Yeah.
Yes, they have not been great the last two nights, but the defense has not helped that cause.
I think it's been a lot of the defense has, kind of made these games a little less fun for us. But in general, bullpen has been fine.
Yeah.
They've been fine without him. That won't be the case all season, but I love that he doesn't feel rushed. I love that everyone's supporting him. I love him and Pierce Johnson. Like, I love that interaction. They're so funny. I love these dudes. They're hysterical.
It's cool. Yeah. Vibes are still in a good spot here in the early part of the season, as they should be. It's 5-8. Yeah. You want to have won one of these last two games and be 6-7 going into Seattle against the Mariners team that's kind of scraping along. I know they were 4-8 going into today, towards the bottom of the AL West. The A's are firmly entrenched at the bottom, but nevertheless, you possibly could have taken the series in Seattle to get to 500. Now, not going to be the case. We have to wait a little bit, but a lot of support for Daniel Bard. He did face live hitters on Monday, so that was super important.
A great step.
Couple other injury updates. Grichuk and Senzatella have played in games at the complex at Salt River Fields on Tuesday. Grichuk had a couple hits in the extended spring training game. Senzatella looking to go 2 innings on Friday. Test the body out. It's the ACL, so it's really lower body kind of stuff that he needs to work through. But sounds like he's still on track, really, to be able to get back into the mix in May, which again could be pretty valuable with Marquez going on the IL. Tyler Kinley's recovery has been on point. Still maybe late July. Ryan Rawlston has had some side sessions, so we'll kind of wait and see about that. But Marquez officially put on the 15-day IL before today's game, and we still need a new starter. Sunday is when he should go, but with the off day on Thursday, they can basically just have José Ureña not get an additional day of rest and have him go on Sunday, and then you need somebody on Monday when the team comes back, of course, comes back to Coors, a.k.a. the Breck Brew Dome.
We were talking about cold beers, and I asked K-Max to get me one, and she did. Is this a Breck Mile High?
It absolutely is.
Wow.
Thank you. We have a day off tomorrow, so.
Do you know what I asked K-Max for, beverage-wise?
Athletic Greens.
What a nerd.
Priorities.
Yeah, pretty much.
The girl who asked for the beer gets it first. To be fair.
By the way, Kale thinks this is an ad read. Nope, I'm just saying I needed...
That's the thing. You can't tell when Patrick's doing an ad read.
I live the gimmick. Like, I straight up, I'm like, oh, crap, I am all out of my Athletic Greens. I need some more. And you got a Breck Brew. We didn't see a graphic on that.
She literally ran upstairs, by the way. So I do think you're gonna get it.
Yes.
We don't. To be fair, we don't have Athletic Greens on tap at the DNVR bar. But wouldn't it be cool if we did?
Oh my God! Yeah,
what a great idea.
There should be like some mixed drinks with that, perhaps.
Actually, that would be so fun.
My wife thinks the Athletic Greens smells like cotton candy, and since she's told me that, I can smell cotton candy in there. It's not like it's not sugary. Was there 1 gram of sugar? There might be less.
I hope Athletic Greens appreciates this free ad read.
Is there one? Don't throw a box to me.
She's got a whole box that she's about to throw at Patrick.
Is there just 1 gram of sugar in Athletic Greens or none? Because my wife thinks it smells like cotton candy, and it kind of has. It's just naturally sweet.
I think it's just naturally sweet.
Yeah, no grams.
I love spirulina.
Thank you. Oh, it's not
So
for the
good.
set. It's for me. Thank you.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, let's talk about Germán Márquez going on the IL. And then the corresponding move that goes with that is Nolan Jones, who we got to talk to earlier today. And that was so great. It was great to see him again. Philly dude, too.
You're so professional getting us back on track.
I can't believe I got us back on track.
I don't know if I should allow this. I think I want to take us off and not just talk about anything else just because you got us back on track. No, he's interesting already. I'm pretty sure I talked to him in spring training, but it was all business. Seems very quotable. Said, he made his debut last year with the Cleveland Guardians. Okay, great. So he got that cup of tea, as Kelsey said
I know.
this morning, which was hilarious.
This is great.
That was a good choice. She did that on purpose. She was being very cheeky in that moment. But he's like, yeah, no, I could go 0 for 70 in this building, and it's still great. It's like, yes, I like that you love Coors Field. He was out there on the line. Didn't get a chance to play today, but... Loved being back in the building. Team does go to Philly next week, which is really cool to see. And again, was just like, yeah, look, you could be 40 years old and you make your major league debut, and it's still going to be really special. Or just be in a game.
No, he said you could be 40 years old and get the call that you're going back to the majors.
Yeah.
And it's still great to hear. And I love that he was like, oh, like I called my parents. I cried on the phone. Like, it was amazing. But they couldn't come out to visit. They couldn't come out for the series because, 1, it was so last minute. But 2, they're already supposed to go see his sister who plays softball at Penn State.
That's it.
Love that.
Very athletic family.
Such an athletic family because his brother plays professional hockey. He's currently in the UK.
At Nottingham. Apparently there's some kind of British hockey federation out there. And then the youngest brother, I believe, plays, I think, Division I baseball. Yeah. Might not be Division 1, but still plays competitively.
Yes.
And
college baseball.
It does count. Yeah, very quotable. I added like a series of questions, and one by one, of course, everyone, great job by the media asking those questions. Did want to ask about it. It's a little bit different since it's not your first debut, but hey, how did AAA manager Pedro Lopez give you the news that you were being called up? Was it in front of the clubhouse? They did have a game last night against El Paso, a game that Noah Davis pitched well. Again, 4 2/3 innings pitched, giving up, I think he gave up 3 runs is actually quite good for the Pacific Coast League, especially
Yes.
when you've got a, potential MVP candidate, guy with a statue contract, as his agent Scott Boras called it. Fernando Tatis Jr. batting leadoff in that lineup for the El Paso Chihuahuas. So Davis did give up 3 singles to Tatis Jr. in that game. He lines up really nice with a start on Sunday or Monday. Bud Black did say Davis is a candidate. He's on the 40-man roster, so that makes sense. Look, we did talk about this on Tuesday. We kind of tapped those guys. Peter Lambert is already on the 40-man. And then the third name to throw in there, he pitched very well today. First quality start of the year. 6 innings pitched in El Paso. First win, only gave up 3 hits. Hit up 1 batter, walked 1, fanned 1. Carl Kaufman, a corresponding move would need to be made on the 40-man.
Yeah.
But Carl Kaufman was a guy that I thought at the beginning of the year we would see at some point in the second half and would probably, I didn't put a number on it, but I thought he would make 10 to 15 starts with the team. His clock could begin as soon as Sunday in Seattle.
Yeah. Am I crazy? Bud Black did say his name today when we
He
were
did.
asking
He
about
was one
this,
of the
right?
3 guys. Yes.
Yeah, that's exciting. That is exciting. I know he did a great job down in Hartford last season. Jeff Dooley, whenever we had him on, had so many great things to say about Carl Kaufman. I will mention on Friday's Susie's show, we're going to talk to Josh Sushan about all the stuff happening down in AAA right now, especially him being on the opposite end of this Tatis rehab assignment.
Very
Juicy
nice
stuff. It's going to be a juicy Suze show.
And you also have a special interview.
Yes.
That you're going to debut. Don't say what it is.
With I'll just say it's a new member of the AT&T
Fam.
Sportsnet fam.
Oh, I would have gone Rockies fam. Now you got even more specific with it. But it's good.
I think it's good. Yeah, you saw me doing the interview today.
I was in on it. I wanted to talk to this person myself. I said, "Ooh,
I got him first.
you got him. You got the scoop
We're
on
not
that."
just co-hosts. We're competitors.
And we got the scoop on something. We really didn't actually get the scoop on this video that I think Kel's going to queue up here. We didn't necessarily get the scoop on it so much as it didn't actually make the rounds on Monday night when it went down. We talked about it on Tuesday's show, but we decided to put it back out there and say, hey, take a look. You can't attack Dinger. That's attacking our culture. There he is, tackling Dinger.
This is
very dangerous on the top of the dugout.
This is awful. This is a terrible thing to do. I don't care how drunk you are. I don't care if you don't like the mascot. You do not attack someone like that. They can't see anything in those
No.
costumes. Imagine being in that costume. You can't see anything peripherally, and all of a sudden you are on the ground. That has to be so scary. And I feel like, honestly, like it seems like Dinger has been laying low the past couple of days because we've only seen
Ooh.
Dinger on the field before the game and on top of the dugout for the 7th inning stretch. I haven't seen Dinger walking around at all.
It's a good point.
So like I do wonder if I just wonder if everything's okay.
Interesting. Yeah.
I feel so bad. I hate that this happened. Like
There's a
that's-
person in there.
That's not funny.
No,
that is
that's
not
not.
funny.
Again, on the dugout where Dinger falls over in the 90 degrees the other direction, he could go off the dugout. I mean, there's netting there, but still, just don't do it.
No,
Don't do
that's
that.
dangerous. And also you could, fall over on top of a person. There's so many different ways you could fall. That could have gone so much worse than it did. That is not funny.
You know my rant about people running onto the field, proposing or just running onto the field and being jerks, even if they're doing it completely away from players, which is better than being anywhere near the player. I would take that over, accosting a person, even if that person is wearing some kind of padded suit or something like that.
Because
Don't do that.
It's not
Don't
that
do
padded.
No,
It's just very top heavy.
very top heavy.
I feel so bad. So yeah, I hope Dinger's doing okay.
Yeah.
We're
I feel
thinking
like
about
what
you.
we're getting to is assault is bad.
Assault. It's assault. It's assault.
Assault is bad,
Assault
okay.
is bad. Kale is just like, this is like actually day one stuff. Assault is not good.
Yeah. Man, I don't know.
I know. I hated to see that. That's not okay.
And it was a day game today, so Dinger, if Dinger was around, Dinger might have been rocking some Shady Rays. I'm wondering. It could have been.
Are we?
Are we
bringing
about
it to an ad?
We're doing it. Yes. Lost,
Okay.
lost and repair. It doesn't matter if you break it or you lose your glasses. Shady Rays is gonna hook you up. In fact, if you don't even like the glasses, they can allow you to return them within 30 days. So it's no risk when you shop Shady Rays. It's a buy one, get one type of situation there. You can also go to the Park Meadows Mall and get 50% off 2 or more pairs. So you can even get an even better deal. If you buy 3 of those polarized sunglasses, boom, it's going to be amazing. And in no time, you are going to join the over 200,000 folks who've rated Shady Rays 5 stars, because those are the fantastic shades, and they're just so many fantastic styles. I don't usually wear athletic type glasses. I like just a regular casual sunglasses. But when I'm doing athletic things, I'm going for a long run. I want something. I want the Zach Veen model, unofficial.
Yeah,
unofficial.
Yeah. Something
They've got
Zach
those.
Veen-esque.
Ooh, very Veen-esque.
Yeah, I like that.
I do like that. Are you liking your Mile High City Ale?
I'm
Golden?
loving my Mile High City ale.
It's delicious.
It's so light. It's so crispy. It is the coldest drink in the world right now, which is great after the
does look cold.
very warm day. We were just sitting out. I was sitting out in the sun for a little bit, too, because my mom is in town.
Nice.
She got some great seats down the third base line. So I sat with her for a couple of innings. It's toasty out there. I was like, I need one of these.
Yeah, and I think the reason why the Mile High City Golden Ale is so good is because it's a balanced hop. It's got a malt character, an exceptionally clean finish.
All of this is
These are
completely correct, by the way.
These are just general things. And it's also brewed to celebrate the Denver Nuggets. I mean, come on. It's a golden ale perfect for a courtside companion like that. Or concourse companion.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause
this
we
is
do
this is
baseball.
the perfect Nuggets beer. Yeah, it's also NBA postseason playoffs. It's playoffs, right?
Playoffs?
We're actually in the play-in tournament
Oh,
right
this
now.
is the play-in tournament
Play-ins.
right now. But are the Nuggets in that?
No, because
No,
they're
they're
the
not.
one
Which is
seed.
good. Yes, they're not in the play-ins. They're in the playoffs.
Once baseball starts, I forget how other sports work.
Yes, and we hope they're not in the playouts. We hope that they can go all the way to the end, and we can have a nice little parade
I'm
for
cheering
them
them
as
on
well.
with this thing. Cheers to the Nuggets.
It's fantastic. Cheers to our little guy here on set, our bobblehead, because it's one of the many pieces of memorabilia and merchandise that FOCO has sent us to decorate our wonderful stage here, our wonderful studio. It's amazing. You can actually tap into that for 10% off when you use code DNVR. Look, spring season, baseball season, Aloha shirts, straw hats, polos, bags, everything you need for game. And again, have your own little mini setup, your own little shrine with the bobbleheads, whether it's those limited edition Team USA World Baseball Classic bobbleheads, or it's Rockies, or, if you're a fan of another team, that's fine. They got Broncos, they got Nuggets, Avs.
They have such cool stuff.
They've got every team. They've got every Division I college that I can even think of. So, boom, do that. If you're jumping on the UConn bandwagon, you get a UConn hat too. Why not?
UConn, Huskies.
Yeah, not that anyone on this set had jumped on any kind of UConn bandwagon, but by the way, you did pick UConn to win it all.
I did pick.
I don't think anyone's really talking about that.
No one's talked about it. I
No
came
one.
in. Did I come in third or fourth in our
Run your pool?
bracket?
Ooh, I don't know. I didn't
I
check
think
my
I came in
updates.
fourth. I think it was like really close.
That's
but
really
I did
good.
well. I kicked everyone's asses because we had hundreds of people in that.
I was in the top 100. I felt pretty good about that.
Imagine being in the top 4. Oh, I don't have to imagine
Wow.
it. I'm living it.
Live that life. You're also living the life of a game show host, because we've got
am,
a
yes.
hot new game that the name is already throwing me for a loop, because if we're batting around, is it 10 or is it 9, chat? What is
Okay,
it?
so before I'm going to explain the game first, we'll
Okay.
do a quick debate on what batting around even means.
Okay.
We're going to call this game batting around. I picked 9 quick, fun little headlines around baseball, and Patrick is going to explain, or Patrick is going to express how much he likes those. If he hates it, it's going to be a strikeout. If he loves it, it's a home run. And of course, there's so many outcomes in between. We know Patrick loves to really
Catcher's interference.
really like dive into things and think very hard about things. So I'm sure we'll have some very creative answers from him.
Ooh.
But okay,
I like that you're
batting
letting
around.
me being creative.
Batting
on this.
around. I just want you to. I want you to have that space.
Yeah.
This is a safe space for you to be you,
Thank you.
and I want you to know that. But okay, batting around. I consider batting around to be 9 batters.
Okay.
Because when you draw a circle, when you've gone all the way around, you meet the end that you started at. You don't need to overlap to number 10.
Sure, but using your circle analogy, a clock works in which you have to get back to the 12 where you started. in order to bat around. Wow, I've already convinced you?
No, you haven't.
I've already convinced you.
It's an argument that makes sense, but I still think that my analogy, because you've
As
gone
a kid, I always thought
up
it was 9. As a kid, like
Okay.
keeping score, and
Yeah.
also too, when you keep score, all 9 guys bat, and then even if you don't get to the 10th person, you've connected the 9th guy in the lineup with the first. So I always thought it
Yeah.
was 9, and then the debate became 10. And then I'm like, well, do I want to take the highbrow approach of well, no, it really must be 10, when I really think it is 9.
But you know what?
I'm okay with either. Honestly, I'm okay with either.
Either way, if you had 9 or you had 10, you had a hell of an inning.
Yeah, that's true.
So I chose to do 9. I think that's
down
going to be
on
the
that.
official stance of this
Okay.
podcast.
I like it. Maybe I'll throw a 10 at you. We'll see.
Oh, all right.
see.
We've got some news items. We're going to start with Shohei Ohtani, America's sweetheart, the angel sweetheart. He has this hilarious impersonation of his teammate Anthony Rendon, who of course was suspended for, having an altercation. Look at Ohtani doing this beefy walk, grabbing him. Look at Ohtani is so wholesome. So seeing him poking fun at a big temper flare-up of Anthony Rendon is so funny. This is so funny to me.
That I would have never guessed if anyone did that. It would be Shohei Ohtani.
Right?
And wow, stand up triple on that one. I had not seen that yet, and that is wild. And I feel like that just helped Anthony Rendon's Q score go up a little bit. Oh, it was actually fine because Ohtani's making fun of it. Rendon,
Unless
you know?
Ohtani hates Rendon.
Maybe. No, I think
Because
that's pretty
Ohtani
funny.
is such a respectful young man.
I can't believe he did that.
I can't either. I could not believe when I saw it, but I loved every second of it.
That's
loved
wild.
every second of it.
Yeah, stand up triple.
Stand up
Give me a triple on that.
I love this. All right, next batter. Did you see Kevin Durant wearing a Corbin Carroll jersey at a D-backs game?
Ooh.
Our friends this isn't the gossip. These are all real things.
The baseball fan in me wants to give that a double, but the anti-Diamondbacks guy in me, especially since they're on the come up, and it's it's early on. I already see where this is going, so I want to just avoid it. I'm gonna say I'm gonna just give it a single.
You're gonna give it a single.
Although the
Interesting.
baseball fan in me wants to give it a lot more.
You know
'cause
what?
It's great.
The DNVR / All-City girly wants me to. I want that to go from a single to a stolen second base, just because that was great content for our coworkers down at PHNX.
It's true. And
PHNX D-backs, they do a great job, even though they cover a team that we can't stand.
At least they're supporting their home, or Durant is supporting his hometown team.
That's
Unlike
what
the Nuggets
love.
going to a Padres game, and you're like, no, come on.
Right? Yeah, that drives me nuts.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a single.
It's a single.
It's
Yeah,
a single.
a
All right.
single.
All right. Next at bat. Dollar Dog Night in Philly turned into a food fight.
How has this
was
never
last
happened
night. It was
before?
Dollar Dog Night. The Phillies had a terror game, and people started throwing the hot dogs at each other.
What?
And I don't know if you can hear, but there's someone with a very perfect Philly accent just saying "Oh, they're gonna show us on ESPN."
Wow.
It's chaos, and this is a packed crowd too. It's a Tuesday night. Phillies coming off a World Series run, first homestand.
On a Tuesday
Playing
night?
like shit on a Tuesday.
The first ever Dollar Dog Day I went to was at Citizens Bank Park.
It was at Citizens Bank Park.
And
Okay.
it was pre-dollar coupons. So before they realized, people are going to get 6 or 7 of these hot dogs and not eat anything else, we have to limit them to just one.
We have
So
to
now
give
they have
out
a
little
coupon.
voucher, yeah.
But the first time I went, I had 6 or 7. My wife had 4. We housed them, and it was great. For a game like that, yeah, you would buy a bunch, throw them out. But the fact that you only get one coupon, that's kind of a waste in a sense.
Was your wife already your wife when she ate 4 hot dogs at a Dollar Dog Night?
No, that was when I knew.
That was just when you knew.
That was when I knew.
That was my question. That's what I was getting at. I'm like, is that how you knew that she was the one when she housed 4 hot dogs at a Phillies game?
No, I knew, and it was our first date at a Blue Claws game, and now a Jersey Shore Blue Claws game. And I said, "Oh, who's your favorite player?" She had no idea, but she picked the first baseman who had just hit a home run. It was Ryan Howard. So I was like, "You're a good scout."
Ryan
You know a lot."
Howard, who ended his career in a Rockies uniform.
Yes, technically in a purple uniform for sure. Go Isotopes on that. I don't like that very much, so I'm going to give that a 4-3 ground out. I don't care for throwing food onto people. It's funny to hear about it.
This is a strikeout, by the way. I love the very specific
Yes,
4-3 ground out.
It's an out. No, my uncle used to tell stories about like the final Monday night game, Jets playing Monday night. That's the reason why they're the New York Jets in football is because they play at Shea Stadium right by LaGuardia. All the Jets would fly overhead. And so he spent a lot of time there. And it was the same thing where someone had a hot dog, they loaded it with relish and mustard, chucked it off the upper deck and went flying. Bun went one direction. Dog went another way on someone's lap. If you're that person that's getting the crud thrown on them,
That's not fun.
I don't care for it. Henceforth, 4-3 ground out.
I would be so mad. I would be so mad if I got hit with a hot
Is that a
dog. by
strikeout
the
for
way.
you?
I think it would be a strikeout.
Is that a strikeout?
You know
and
what?
You gave me some sass. Are you talking
You
about
know
my
what?
strike zone throw ejection?
No. I actually maybe it is an ejection because like I hate it, but I also love the chaos.
Ooh, that's true. It depends. If you're on the second deck, you like it. It's a double off the wall.
If I threw the hot dog, I love it.
Yeah, if the dog is getting thrown on you, strikeout ejection. Okay.
Okay, I don't know if you saw this. This was we're next up at bat. Okay, batter number 4. Madison Bumgarner criticized Max Muncy for watching his splash hit homer. Muncy told him, "Oh, if you've got a problem with it, go get it out of the ocean."
Yes, I do recall this.
Yeah.
This is definitely an all-timer. I think they've made a couple couple shirts out of that.
Why wouldn't they? That just lends itself to shirts.
It's a home run. It's a classic moment. Maybe it shouldn't be because it's Dodgers and Giants related. But it's also both of those two fan bases and both of those players kind of cannibalizing one each other in a way. So you know what? I do love that. I'm going to give that one a home run. That's great. Go fish it out of the ocean.
First homer.
That's a homer. It's a homer for me.
All right.
I do like that.
How about this? Okay, there's a Brewers player who is in a hilarious feud with his wife. A Brewers player had a great game and was like, oh, you know what? Like, I only do well when my wife's not here. So
Interesting.
so then she went to Twitter and was just like, oh, like, you won't say that to my face. So it's like a little funny back and forth thing.
It's cute.
It's cute. It's fun.
It's okay. F7, just fly out to left field for me. I'm so serious. I'm so serious when I say F7.
I love this. I knew that you would thrive in this.
If you're keeping score. By the way,
I'm keeping score right now.
but if someone at home makes like a box score of all of these and like does the lineup where it's like Shohei Ohtani, Shohei Rendon, you know, triple, and figures out how many runs, free beer for me at the DNVR bar.
I love it. Speaking of beer, Brewers, Twins, Rangers, and Diamondbacks have extended their beer sales to the 8th inning.
What?
Because of the pitch clock and how fast games are going, and also they're probably losing some beer sales.
That's huge. Mm-hmm. It's only one inning, but that's huge. I still don't know why they just up 7th inning. That's the inning. Just make it a time frame in general. That's great. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think more teams definitely need to implement something like that.
I would be surprised if every team doesn't do that by the end of the season.
I think at the rooftop, what they should have is, and I've pitched this for here at the bar, if the game is under 3 hours, from the final out to the 3 hour mark, it's like 20% off drinks or like 50% off
Open
shots
the bars back
until the 3 hour mark. Kale's looking at me like, I love this idea.
The rooftop should stay open after the game is over. Like, close the rest of the ballpark, but like leave the bars open so people can hang out and make money. It's the best bar in Denver.
Dick Montfort, are you listening to this? These are free ideas from Kale Sorbo here.
We actually talked about this at the ballpark this week, and I don't know if I just assumed this was going to happen or maybe it was one of those rumors that gets out and you just believe it to be true that like, no, the rooftop was going to be open in the off season. Like, are you kidding me? I get to come to the ballpark during the off season.
That would be so sick.
And then of course you go drinking up on 50 feet in the air. Even if you rope things off, someone's going to get around. There could be an injury, insurance, all that stuff. They probably can't do it outside of game time hours.
I was going to say, but think about all of the, rooftop bars that exist in the world.
Yeah.
But I need to know, what is your ruling? What is the score?
That is going to be that's a home run.
That's a home run. Oh
Not
my
a moon.
gosh.
It's not going to be a moonshot, but it gets out. It gets out over the wall. It's a nice one. Quick little trot around the bag. Act like you've been there before. High fives all around, and you're like, nice. It gives the offense a little bit of a jolt, but it's a home run.
I love that.
I love that.
All right. I know we have a corresponding tweet that goes with this next one. We're going to keep it on the topic of beer.
Okay.
Beer steaks might get a lot more interesting at Wrigley now that they have the beer bats, which I will remind you,
Ooh.
the beer bat was invented by the Hartford Yard Goats.
Wow. I love that. Now, I need
this
to...
has actually been kind of blowing up on social media. I've seen so many different people post about the beer bat.
All right, so if you're keeping score, which is what we're doing,
Yes.
we're going to need to go to the instant replay to look. Now, are these bats stackable? Do we know? We got to check the replay.
You know
Can
what?
you put one inside the other?
I'm happy to bring in a beer bat for our next show together. You can shove the bottom of the bat into, you can. I don't know how sturdy it'll be in the long run, but you can stack them to some degree.
I worry about the stability of that. So according to the replay, the runner was out of the baseline. So we're gonna have to call the runner out. It was a 2-3 put out. It was a chopper in front of home plate. Catcher threw to first, but the runner came inside on the grass, and so we have to overturn that one. Originally ruled to hit.
Yeah.
But now it's an out because I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's going to work.
As a beer steak.
I just
But
don't
as
think
a product.
as a product it's great.
As a product, it's great.
It's fantastic.
It's great. The Yard Goats invented it.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? How about this as a product? Excuse me. Manny Machado got ejected for calling an ump a D-bag.
Yeah. Ooh, there is
I thought
so
Manny
many things to
Machado
unpack.
was grown up. I thought he was so mature now. He's grown up so much, but calling an ump a D-bag.
That's a great word. That's a great word to use when driving and someone's in the left lane going the speed limit on I-25, and you're like, get over, please. You're not passing anybody. I do really like that one, but it is Manny Machado, and he is having issues with the clock. I'll give him a hard base hit.
He's not adjusting well.
Yeah, he rounds first base. Is he going to stretch into a double? He gets halfway and then comes back. But it's a good, it's nice. It's a base hit.
It's a base hit.
I'll give him a base hit. That's kind of fun.
A base hit.
It's fun.
Okay, last one. The Red Sox have a Dunkin' Donuts colored hat.
Really?
And the joke is it's sold out because Ben Affleck bought all of them.
Wow. That doesn't...
Shout out to my friend Adrian, who made a fantastic joke. He is so unhinged on Twitter, but this was great.
I don't know if I like that. I think it's just also maybe hard to tell on the screen. Like, is it more of an orange?
This monitor is not as good.
It's
It's definitely like a light orange.
Well, because Dunkin'
Like
Donuts...
a peachy kind of color.
Well, that's the thing is I feel like Dunkin' Donuts has like 3 or 4 colors besides like the white. But like there's logos of like with brown for the coffee.
Well, the
there's
primary
the
colors-
orangey and the pink.
The primary colors of Dunkin' Donuts are orange and pink.
Yeah, true.
I've lived in Boston. My mom also just walked into the studio, by the way. She has also lived in Boston. She got a new Rockies hat today, by the way.
There you
This
go.
like beautiful robin's egg blue. Do you want to pop on set and show everyone? Oh,
Also-
we got a Gen B appearance.
Is this an official Dunkin' Donuts hat though? Like, are those officially the colors, or they just look
No,
like
it's
it?
just a coincidence.
Let's see
Look,
this.
here's my mom, everyone.
Oh, that's a nice
She got
cap.
this hat today.
Just here to show the hat.
That's great.
That's great.
That's the that's part of the. I like that. That's part of the Mom Connect collection. I like that. Connecting moms with baseball with some nice pastel colors.
Yeah, you look great.
I like that.
This, like, weird, like,
You can go back. But thank you for making an
for the
appearance.
invite.
That's it. I like
Look at her.
that.
She's like so cute. I can't even handle her.
Does
Gen
mom
B stunning.
does mom have a Wawa colored Phillies hat in the collection anywhere? Do we know? That's next.
She says it's something that she's looking for, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't like it. I don't like the.
You don't
Dunkin'
like it?
Donuts.
Okay.
No, that's just that's a strikeout.
That's a strikeout.
We're gonna end the inning on the 3rd out, or it could be the 4th or 5th. But that's just a straight up strikeout right there. I don't like it. Dunkin' Donuts was fine when I was on the East Coast.
Yeah.
The donut's better than the coffee. I'll go Wawa coffee
And they're kind of
any day.
phasing out of the donuts. They rebranded to just Dunkin' because they want to focus on the beverages.
What are they dunking? Or are they causing...
What do you dunk?
I'm not answering that. I'm not answering that.
No!
Morning constitutions everywhere. Just no thanks, Duncan. I'm gonna pass on that. How many runs scored there?
That was a hell of an inning.
That was an inning.
We had a triple, a single,
Okay.
a homer. So that's got to be. So that's 3. That's 3 runs in right there.
Some runs right there on the board.
We had a home run, so that's 4. We had 4 runs.
How do you? All right, and then to officially make it the bat around, I'll throw at you as a bonus. Did you notice that Mike Moustakas in his locker today, brand new? I don't think he had it this morning. A picture of himself flopped out on second base, signed. He signed it himself. It's in a frame. I don't think he made it out to himself yet, but he's got it. He's embracing it. Moose is embracing it.
I would like a copy of that belly flop. I'm giving that a grand slam.
I did ask him if they'll be selling in the team store, and he said no, not yet.
He was so funny. We were just kind of like chatting with him, outside of the clubhouse, and he's so fun. And even Alan Trejo, as he was walking past, he was like, "This dude plays this game like he's a little kid, and it's a lot of fun." And that level of fun, confirmed verbally from his teammates, is making this start of the season more fun for everyone else.
He's having fun in Colorado. He already got himself a Rantanen jersey. It is true. It is true. He did get one. So all 3, I might need to do some more with this, or we'll have to interview him next week about his hockey background, his hockey vibes. Loves hockey, as you do when you grow up in Los Angeles. Okay, but loves hockey. Every place he's played has not had a hockey team. Kansas City, none. Goes to Milwaukee, zilch. Cincinnati, nothing. And now finally he can enjoy hockey, and he's kind of already become an Avs fan.
You know what?
Isn't
How
that
can
cool?
you not when you end up with a team in a city that is the reigning Stanley Cup champion? He has to be an Avs guy. Plus, he's the Moose, and the Avs have a Moose too. It is a natural connection.
Well, we got a new Moose shirt with the number 50 on it, with the Moose horns on
Yes.
it. Moose antlers. If he gets to 50 walks, we might just have to gift that to him. Or maybe we can just get a new one made up with his number 11 on it.
Oh,
A bootleg Moose,
I mean, I know we're like way over like the time of the show right now, but the guys have been doing this.
Ooh, I haven't seen that.
They've been doing his Moose antlers.
Okay, nice. There we go.
And then like it's kind of like, evolved into this.
Okay.
These guys are having fun, and at least, even if the season's not going great so far, at least they're having a good time. The spirits are still good.
Yes.
As long as the vibes are still good, we can continue.
And they've been in these games. That's the other thing. If they've been getting blown out, if it's been like a reverse Tampa Bay Rays situation where it's like negative 60 run differential and they're 0-10, that would be a problem. But they're in these games, and also having a good time at your job is not a bad thing necessarily.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
We begrudgingly find a way to
Crushing
do it
it.
after a couple beers and athletic greens, respectively.
I really went through this maybe a little too fast.
Yes. No, we have fun. We do a good job. Let me grab my AG. I don't want to forget it. And don't forget that we're still having a lot more fun. We have an off day tomorrow, so there could be a black hole on Twitter at DNVR_Rockies. I can't stay away, so we'll probably have a couple things going out.
We can't shut the hell up. We all know that. You can follow Patrick at Patrick D. Lyons.
That's me.
On Twitter. You can find me at the Susie Hunter on all platforms.
Wow, this has been momentous.
But what do we say?
Wait, that's not the order, so I'm going to forget.
I'm totally messing it up. I'm so sorry.
We say we can't wait for the Susie show on Friday because you've got guests galore, and you're going to be giving us some momentum into a rainy weekend in Seattle. The dorm will probably be closed, but Buddy was going to be in good spirits because he's going to be back home. The Longview, Washington kid is going back home. So you're going to continue the vibes and continue that momentum. At what time on Friday?
5 o'clock on Friday. Christian Saez is co-hosting. A
Kale's
fan
producing.
favorite. And Kale is producing?
Kale is producing.
Kale is producing. Oh, the chef's kiss. Dream team.
This has been wonderful.
This has been wonderful.
See you at 5 p.m. on Friday, the DNVR Sports Channel here on YouTube.